Oh, hello gamers! So, you have probably read this video's title, right? And I know what you are thinking. Don't boycott Blizzard? What is this communist trash? Are you pro-China? You piece of shit? And no, I'm not pro-China. Nobody is. In Western liberal nations, right? I have a different reason why I have this conclusion that you shouldn't boycott Blizzard. And I want to show you by showing you this cute little website. It is called ethicalconsumer.org. You can read here about all kinds of companies and... Okay, let me give you an example. This is Coca-Cola. In November 2017, it was reported that a Coca-Cola subsidiary, Coca-Cola Amatil, was using structures from the overturned Suharto dictatorship in Indonesia to prevent workers' right to organize. Are you hearing this? So Coca-Cola literally assembled an army from the remnants of a authoritarian regime to prevent workers to stand up for their human rights. Now, what is worse? Blizzard just silencing a protest of a totalitarian regime, or Coca-Cola literally reviving a micro-totalitarian regime from the past in one of their factories to terrorize their workers. I would say Coca-Cola is kind of worse, right? Like, if you agree with me that it's kind of worse, I would ask you, do you think that people who boycott Blizzard should also boycott Coca-Cola? I mean, they've done worse. So, if you want to stay consistent, you kinda have to, right? And now it seems, okay, what's the big deal? Coca-Cola is shit anyway, right? We are now boycotting 2 companies. No big deal. Well, you're gonna have to boycott way more than just 2. Look. The great thing about this website is that it assigns to each company an ethical score. For example, a Coca-Cola has 2 out of 20. That's pretty near the bottom, right? But there are some pretty important companies which have score even lower than it. Like, for example, look at this. Tesco. 1 out of 20. I mean, what could have they done to be even worse than Coca-Cola? Than reviving a totalitarian army? What could be worse? Well, let's read. In 2014, however, a Guardian investigation found slave labor was prevalent in the production of seafood sold by the likes of Tesco. Men who had escaped from boats told the Guardian of horrific conditions, including 20-hour shifts, regular beatings, torture, and execution-style killings. What the fuck? This is Tesco. They are running fishing ships of slavery. Well, technically they are not running it, but they are owning it and they don't care. That's the point. And you have companies even worse than Tesco. Like, for example, Walmart. 0 out of 20. Even worse than Tesco? Well, now you need to boycott what? You need to boycott Coca-Cola. You are boycotting Tesco. Of course, Blizzard. You are boycotting Nestle. Yeah, you don't eat Kit Kats. Okay. You are boycotting Walmart. But you also have to boycott Amazon. Amazon owns Twitch. You are a gamer, right? This will be relatable to you. You shouldn't be watching Twitch if you want to stay consistent and you are also boycotting Blizzard. Amazon 0 out of 20, and Amazon owns everything. Amazon owns like half of the internet through their AWP services, or how is it called? I don't know. The point that I'm saying is this boycotting shit, it's just not worth it. Boycotting was proved to not be effective, and only person you are hurting is yourself. You are not going to hurt Blizzard by deleting your fucking Battle.net account. No. Not at all. Stop. The problem are not these individual companies. The problem is with the system as a whole. You are not going to change the system. You are not going to change the system. And I'm not even sure if there's a way how to solve it. Boycotting but boycotting definitely doesn't help. But I know what will help. Subscribing to me. I will figure something out, right? Thank you. Thank you.